Morning everyone. In this lesson we're shooting a completely different type of tree. We're not in the lush rainforest of Fiordland anymore. We are on the tropical coast of Queensland, and what we're working with are these beautiful palm trees. Now, as nice as these palm trees are, it's really difficult to photograph them because often they're just bunched into the forest like this amongst other trees. So I've walked quite extensively along this coastline looking for a particular section where we might have something a bit more compelling and interesting. We have this one magnificent palm, and this palm is framed up by these other two trunks. So it doesn't look much from here, but when we get close, and I'm going to use the 10mm lens, you'll see how we can get right in here now and use those surrounding palms, look at that, as a bit of a natural frame. What I'm really considering is separation. I just want to make sure that I can see the majority of that palm. It's not overlapping like that. Get that separation there. Big depth of field at the moment, so I'm going to be ISO 200 f7, which on the 10mm generally should give us enough depth of field anyway. And then 1/4 of a second. We've got the ocean there, but I'm not trying to really smooth the water out because it's so far away in these compositions. So now we just need to decide, well, how close do we get to these palms on the edge of the frame? Do we want to close it all in? Do we want to come back a little? That's what we're going to play around with now. And we're doing a focus stack because I want to get incredibly close to these foreground palms. I go to the focus bracket mode. You might have a Canon or a Nikon that has the same type of feature. And now basically I want to set the composition up, which is going to be really tight like that. And I'm doing this to create that natural frame. And all I need to do now is just get my settings f8, 1.6, ISO 200. So I'm just exposing for the highlights as usual. I'll move the focus box right down to the foreground, and then when I press the shutter, 3 frames. Ready? 2 that time. So the camera will do what it thinks. Now with the settings on the focus bracket, I just have it set to wide and a maximum of 9 frames. I should never need more than that, especially on a wide angle. And I'm just doing this to give myself the option, so if we decide later that the foreground was a little soft. So we try to do it at f8 and f11, but when you want to get really close, like what we're doing now, then focus stacking is definitely a good option. Just lets you really get in there and have some fun with some ultra close foregrounds. Well, we have lost a lot of the colour already. There's still a little bit there. I'm just exploring some compositions around the corner, which I'll show you, but I'm still looking back towards the palms. This is our perspective. But what I'm using now, it's one of the tricky parts where I am at the moment, is how barren this foreground is. Look at the sand, just messy, coconuts everywhere. Coming over here, started to use this plant with these greens. Have a look. So more or less getting in here like this and then coming up higher. And see, that's closing in the foreground and then leading us to the main subject back here. Thankfully there's just enough colour there. And what I'm doing with this 10mm is just getting in and bringing all that into the foreground. Quite fun foreground actually. The way it reminds me of when I work with the ferns. Very similar. So we're just trying to put something interesting in the front there instead of all that barren sand. And that's looking back towards the sunrise direction too. So we've still got a bit of light and colour back there. Not much, but just enough, like pastels. So really one of the things I'm always trying to do in a forest, even though this one's meeting the coast, you can forget the coastal part. The principles are still the same. Really trying to lead the eye to a main focal point, and then in particular, fill in the foreground and midground if it's not interesting. We don't have ferns here and lovely flowers or anything. There's a lot of sand and coconuts, a lot of mess. So I'm trying to eliminate those distractions And that's where I walk around and look for something to use. The wide angle is a really good tool for that because it lets you use anything. Like even this, for example, have a look over here. Not that there'll be much of a framing in the background here, but the smallest of openings with a very wide lens can make anything possible. So see how this wide angle just really lets you create these openings. And we're using that to clean things up and also build more depth in our composition. Instead of just capturing silhouettes of palm trees, we're trying to make a more compelling image with a bit more thought and depth to it. The sun's actually just starting to come through the cloud there, and it's putting more light in, a bit of a golden light. So I think we've lost the colour, but that light is actually making things interesting. One of the key considerations with this composition is getting that separation. I've got the tips of the blades here. I don't want them going above the horizon. I want to keep them below the horizon. And then in the background, we have our trees in the back, and I don't want this guy hitting that palm tree. So I need to come to the right a little, get that separation. And then I don't want these blades going above the horizon. So it's coming up with the lens and then tilting down like that. I can come back a little, and now that also lets us get this beautiful section of light in that foreground. So just separating all the little zones so we don't have anything overlapping. So we have a nice little window here in front of me as well. Same concept, using some leaves in the front now, looking through to the background where the light is and the main subject matter is. Now we might focus stack this scene as well, because I want to get really close to these leaves in the foreground. So we're going to go in for that stack. Go back to that focus bracket mode. Focus bracket, there we go there. And I'll just brighten this up so you can see what's going on, but that's the concept. See those big green leaves in the front, and then look in the middle, the palm trees back there. So we want to go back to about F10 at least, just watching my highlights there. So using my histogram, I'm not clipping those highlights now. 13th of a second, F10, focus brackets on, and then I'm just going to focus right down in the foreground here. Try to give yourself single exposure as well, because it's more work later on and there's always a chance that it doesn't blend everything effectively. And the focus stacking is just a bit of a bonus option. Another little tip when you're doing a focus stack is just come back slightly with that foreground and allow for a crop later on, just a subtle crop. You don't want to get so close that once everything's stacked later on in Photoshop, if you need to just adjust the image slightly, there's no room to breathe and you're going to cut off the foreground. So just come back slightly. What that will do is just give yourself a bit of a buffer space on the edges. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So for example, on this frame here, on this left-hand side, I know it's hard to see with the shade, but I want this leaf to be closer to the edge, but I didn't do that now. I'll do that in post and just give myself that breathing space. That gives you a better idea in that one. So I want these leaves a little closer to the edge, but I want to allow for the stack, and then I'll just pull things around. We've got a little bit more light coming in now actually, which is probably making this scene a little nicer. More light hitting our leaves in the front, giving that luminous glow. So I'm just redoing some of our stacking. And I'll just jump back in here again. There we go, that's nice. Getting a bit of a sunstar come through. I'd actually have a better frame than what we did earlier, because now the sun's coming in, but it's still not that strong because I'm using the tree in the background to block it. And it's giving us a little sunstar, and that's helping just give another focal point to the image and that foreground catching the light as well. I didn't have long to work there, and I think I might have had some of our layers overlapping. Hopefully we get another little window, because that was some great light. Put a lot of depth in the frame, some more shadows coming through off the trees. Really fun. Well, as always, guys, thank you for checking out the video. It really means a lot to have your support. I did a little more shooting over in Australia, in the tropics, in the rainforest, and some of those are going to be lessons that are part of a longer masterclass that I'm working on, one on woodland photography and capturing trees and forests. So stay tuned for that. As it turned out, those focus stacked frames that we did in this one, I didn't end up needing them anyway. I got away with single exposures. So it does pay in the field when you're doing a focus stack. Try to give yourself a safety exposure where you just step back a little and do a single exposure. Maybe get that f-stop higher. So instead of f8 or f10, get it up around f11, f16, because it is definitely a lot easier just to use a single exposure when you can. All right, guys, that's enough from me. I'll see you in a new video soon. Cheers.